What is up, guys? This is AlintheaYoh coming at you with a special video. As you not know, I am not Jamie the Kid 00. I am one of the fellow UK Yugitubers. Jamie has kindly allowed me to come into his channel to show you a deck profile of my Hieratic Gishkis. And yeah, it's going to be good. Bit of history on me. I'm 24, living in London. I knew Jamie from when I was down in Bristol, living in Bristol, when he was at Cardiff and such. And yeah, ever since, like, met up loads of times with him at different events and locals and such. So it's really cool. So I really appreciate him letting me to come onto his channel. And yeah, so basically I'm not going to bore you too much. I'll get straight into the deck profile. Okay, so getting into the deck profile straight away. We have the two rituals that I play. We have Gishki Mind August and Gishki Gus Kraken. So I was so sad when Gus Kraken got instantly limited to 1 before it even was released here. It was released in the OCG and then it got hit to 1. So really sad that that happened, but obviously it's more broke than the actual fucking wind-up loop. So, you know, these are really good. The Mind August is just so useful because you can recycle all of the cards back into your deck if you want, but you can also like blitz your opponents. So if you go against Dark World, if you go against Bujin, you can just shove everything back into the deck that they kind of need to utilize and kind of give them a massive fuck you too. So then we have 3 Gishki Shadow. Gishki Shadow is one of the main cards in the deck. This just enables you to be able to get that ritual to your hand as quick as you can. Also has level 4 synergy with Beast, which I'll show you in a little bit. And then to accompany that, we have 3 Vision. 3 Vision I always think might be sometimes a little bit too much, but the fact that it's just so good and it just speeds up the deck's consistency is the reason why I run it at 3, and a worst case scenario it is just a full ritual cost for one of our rituals. So he is at 3. Then one of my favourite cards in the deck, we have 3 Gishki Abyss. Abyss is just so good because the fact his text says when this card is summoned, so it's when he's normal summoned, special summoned, flip summoned, whatever, it's just so good. And his effect is just to basically utilise everything. You just grab everything from the deck apart from Beast. So, yeah, he is really useful and I run him at 3. Speaking of which, one of the best cards in the deck is Beast. Because Beast enables you to make so many plays. You can normal summon him to get Abyss from the grave and then to do searches. You can get Shadow and go for level 4 rank plays. And the list just goes on with the amount of things you can do with this card. So he is so good. He really, really helps the deck. And yeah, he's one of my favourite cards in there. So Gishki Beast is just a boss. Then going into the Hieratic engine, we have 3 Tefnuit, because Tefnuit is really good to have just in case you want to do like a Cyber Dragon play. But, you know, mainly he is in there for the level 6 rituals. And then to accompany that, we have 3 Atom. I really want this card in Super. Really wish the Konami would do it. But anyway, so Atom is just in there because he enables you to do any other Hieratic plays that you so may wish. But it's very rare that you will actually do that. He is just there, as I said, for the ritual abuse. Then we have the 2 Labradorite Dragons. I did run 3 because the normal combo is to loop your opponent of kind of 4 cards from the hand. This deck can only really do 3, but that's because you only run 2 of the rituals. If you run 3, then you can do it. But the amount of times that you will draw a normal monster in your first opening hand if you have 3, as opposed to having 2, and the chances of you opening with it are like considerably less. So just for consistency's sake, I've gone for just having 2 and being able to loop 3 cards from your opponent's hand, which is still a hell of a lot, especially if you go in first turn, you leave them with 2 and then in their turn 3. So it's very unlikely that they're going to be able to come back from it. So it doesn't really matter too much, but it is still really good. And then we have the 2 hand traps, which is, well, the 2 copies of the hand traps, which is Veiler. I only run Veiler as a hand trap just because Veiler is really good this format. The amount of cards that it can hit is kind of unbelievable. I prefer it over Maxi. Maxi will go into the side. I don't have a side deck for this, but, you know, when it is there, it is in the side. And Effect Veiler, as I said, is just so good. It also enables you to do rank 7 plays if you so wish. So, yeah, Effect Veiler, really good in here. Then going on to the spells, we have 3 Gishki Aquamirror, one of the most broken ritual cards in the game. If you don't know what it does, it's basically a normal ritual to bring out the Gishki cards, and you can shuffle it back into your deck to add 1 ritual Gishki Ritual from your graveyard to your hand. So you basically just shuffle this back into the deck, keep recycling, and then ditch for Shadow, get it back to your hand, and oh, it's just so beautiful. And it causes so many angry plays, it is unbelievable. Then we have 3 Heretic Seal of Convocation, just to add consistency to get those Heretics to your hand. It's basically like playing 9 Heretics. Then we have 3 Upstart Goblin. Now, before you jump on me, before the Hobening happened, yeah, just like the Shiny, Upstart is used in this deck like constantly because you can give your opponent life points for all they care, but if you loop in the hand, it's not really going to make much of a difference. So Upstart is in here to add to the consistency of the deck and just to be able to kind of get those combo pieces much quicker. Then we have 3 Salvage. Salvage is completely busted in this deck. Salvage adds back Abyss, Shadow, and Vision. And if you open this and Shadow and Vision first turn, you're kind of laughing, to be honest, because you go ditch Shadow, ditch Vision, search the 2, salvage, ditch, ditch. It's just so good, and the consistency this gives the deck is just unbelievable. And the amount of people that really rage quit when I play this card is unbelievable, but it is because it is crazy unfair. So in the deck, it's definitely a 3 because it is so good. Then we have the 2 Forbidden Lance because just in case we don't have any things that kind of go off, you can just, you know, protect yourself with the 2 Lance. You want your place to go off, as I said. Then we have 2 Mystical Space Typhoon just because MST is a great card. A lot of back row in the format, so MST is definitely needed in the deck. So going on to the extra deck, we have, for the rank 6s, we have 3 DTM7. Notice I said DT there. So, yeah, Polymer M7 is just so good in this deck because he allows you to do the loop, the hand loop. He allows you to do the, just adds consistency, and it's all about consistency with Gishkis, otherwise you're just going to fall flat on your ass. Yeah, M7 just allows you to do so many plays, and, you know, especially I find he's really useful in the Bujins. When I go against Bujins, I can just bounce their cards back to the hand, you know, bounce at Yamato or Mikazuchi or whatever, or the kind of Xyz, and it is just really useful to have. So not only does he allow you to carry on looping, he also allows you to kind of drain your opponent of their resources. So then we have the 1 Guide Charger, just because, you know, we run a lot of rank 6s. We have 1 Gauntlet Launcher. Gauntlet Launcher is just so good and such an overlooked card that a lot of people don't realise what he actually does. The fact that you can just, you know, go kind of pluses on this card, especially when you go Gauntlet Launcher, pop, and then go into Gaia Dragon, it's just actually unfair on the opponent. Then we have the 1 Photon Strike Bouncer, just because Bouncer is a good card to have. You know, if you can't actually go off and make crazy plays, or you want to set up against your opponent who has a lot of effect monsters that activate on the field, then he is a really good card to use and utilise against them. Then we have the 1 Swordbreaker. Swordbreaker is an interesting one, and one that I've found more and more useful with the rise of Bujins. Now, if you don't know what Swordbreaker does, he says once per turn you can detach 1 material from this card to declare 1 monster type. This card gains the following effect at the start of the damage step. If this card battles a monster of that type that has been declared, destroy that monster. So he's basically Catasta. And I call it all the time against Bujins, and it basically says fuck you Crane, because they can drop their Crane all they want, but it's going to be destroyed. Actually, they can't actually drop the Crane, apologies, because, you know, it's going to be destroyed straight away even before damage calc. So Swordbreaker is really good, and the fact that he is really big as well, 2/7, is quite a lot to get over. So going into level 4s, we have 1 Larval Chain, because he allows to add consistency. You can ditch a ritual into the grave to activate Gishki Aquamira's effect if you so wish, or you can ditch to make Salvage live. You know, there's so many plays you can make with Chain. He is just a boss. Then we have number 101 Silent on our arc, because you play rank 4s and he is broken. But then we have 1 Queen de Jin, because you play, you know, dragons in there, and it just means that you can do different plays. You can get Labradorite Dragon, you can get the Heretics back, so on and so forth. And then the 1 Abyss Dweller, because we all play waters and Mermals are a thing. Going on to the Synchros then, we have Leo, Keeper of Sacred Trees, because we have Labradorite Dragon, level 6, and we have Gishki Abyss, for example, or other level 4s like Shadow.
that can actually go into this, and I've done it multiple times. Level 8, we have a Stardust Dragon and a Crimson Blader. Crimson Blade is just really fun card. I really like it. It just narrows your opponent with the actual plays that they can do. And Stardust Dragon, because you don't want to get Darkhold or anything like that. And then the final one is level 7, which is Black Rose Dragon. Just as a worst case scenario, you have those Veilers in there, you have those rank 6s, you can just blow up the field and then carry on. And I have done it multiple times. So that is basically a deck profile. I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, back to my face.
Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, anything like that, you can come over to my channel. My name is AlintheaYoh. That is the channel name. I'm sure the description, the link would be in the description below or something like that. But I'd really appreciate if you could come over to my channel and subscribe. That'd be really good. So cheers, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers, Jamie, again, and I shall catch you guys later.